All right, welcome back to the Explainer. Today, we're diving into a Boruto-Two-Blue-Vortex chapter that honestly just flips the entire script on what we thought was possible with life, death, and the tailed beasts.
So this chapter kicks off with a massive question, and believe me, the answer it gives is something nobody saw coming. Let's just jump right in.
Okay, so the scene is set. We've got a super high-stakes chase going on, the next generation of Konoha shinobi. They're running for their lives from a threat that is just on another level.
So you've got Team 10, right? They're up in the air on one of Inojin's ink birds, and they're in a mad dash to protect Himawari. But you can tell right from the get-go, they are just completely outgunned here.
And who are they running from? Well, these guys are self-aware offshoots of the Ten Tails itself. Their leader, this guy Jorah, he has this one single-minded and honestly kind of creepy goal. He wants Himawari. And that's it.
So while this chase is happening, other Konoha shinobi are jumping in, trying to buy Team 10 some time. And in the middle of all this chaos, they figure something out about one of the attackers that just makes no sense at all.
Yeah, this isn't some trick or a jutsu that just looks similar. The sensory unit in Konoha gets a lock on his chakra signature, and they confirm the impossible. It's a perfect match for Sasuke Uchiha. I mean, the data is the data, and it sends everyone into a complete tailspin. How can this be?
So the Konoha ninja are really getting pushed back here. It's looking pretty bad. But right when you think it's all over, a powerful ally shows up to even the odds.
And who is it? It's Sarada. And she doesn't waste a single second. She just jumps right in, putting herself between this thing and her friends, totally ready to face down a clone of her own father.
This is such a huge moment, you guys. It's this incredible clash of legacy, of power. Sarada unleashes her dad's signature move, the Chidori, that insane concentration of lightning chakra, and aims it right at his doppelganger. You just can't make up symbolism that good.
Okay, so while all that chaos is breaking loose in the real world, something totally different and maybe even more important is happening inside Himawari's head. She gets knocked out during the escape, right? And she wakes up in this weird inner world, her mindscape, and standing there looking right at her is this tiny creature that is, wait a minute, incredibly familiar.
Yep, it's really him. It's Kurama, the nine-tailed fox, the one who sacrificed himself to save Naruto. He's back. The immediate question is, how? How is that even possible?
So Kurama starts to explain, and it turns out the death of a bijou, a tailed beast, it isn't quite as permanent as everyone, including us, thought it was.
He says that even when they die, a tiny piece of them, what he calls a kernel, can sprout somewhere else. And in his case, that kernel found a new home in Himawari. That little piece of him allowed him to slowly be reborn, right inside of her.
Meanwhile, back in the real world, as Himawari is getting this absolutely mind-blowing news, the fight outside is going from bad to worse.
Their escape plan? Totally shot. Jorah just casually fires off a single blast, takes out their inkbird, and sends them crashing to the ground. Now they're trapped, cornered, and facing an enemy who is just on a whole other power level.
Himawari comes to, and she tries to fight back. She's brave, but it's completely useless. Jorah just swats her attack away like it's nothing, and her friends can only stand there and watch, totally helpless.
I mean, the power difference here is just massive. You've got this team of young, tired-out shinobi against a villain who's literally just playing with his food before he decides to end it.
And then he makes his move. He traps Inojin inside a divine tree construct and says he's going to devour him, basically absorb him completely. Seeing her friend getting swallowed up like that, that's the thing that finally pushes Himawari over the edge.
Right, so as she's watching her friend about to be killed, something inside her, that kernel of power Kurama was just talking about, it finally snaps.
Back in her mind, Kurama gives her that last little push. He basically tells her to stop being a spoiled baby and then drops this bombshell. He can tell her chakra has an even higher affinity for his power than Naruto's ever did. Think about that for a second. Her potential is basically limitless, but she has to be the one to accept it and use it.
And that's the switch. You see it right in her eyes. All the fear is just gone. It's replaced with this cold, hard rage. The sweet, gentle Himawari we know, yeah, she's checked out.
And then boom, it's this perfect fusion of her will and Kurama's power. She just explodes with this insane wave of chakra. Her hair flares out into 9 distinct tails.
It's a spectacular and honestly pretty terrifying transformation.
Her friends are just staring, completely shocked, and you hear Kurama's voice in her head go, "Well then, shall we run amok?" And that's where the chapter ends, leaving us all with this huge, burning question. What is this terrifying new power about to unleash on the world? And does Himawari even have a chance of controlling it?